What's up everyone, my name is Conrad Cray. This is the newest version of the 911 behind me. 56 years ago, the 911 journey started. This is the 992. So if you ask the average car guy, they're probably going to say the 992 is not that much different from the 991. Just some different rear lights and some different front lights, and of course more horsepower, but I can assure you that's not the case.
The S's front track increases by 1.9 inches, and its rear tires move outwards 1.5 inches. The wider stance aids stability and seemingly helps the nose bite harder into corners.
And for the engine, the turbos now spin in opposite directions, which reduces turbo lag significantly. So one of my favorite features about the new car is the front trunk is squared off instead of rounded.
Compared to the 991, it was a rounded off front trunk. It's an easy way to distinguish the new 992 from the previous generation, the 991.
Let's jump inside the 992. Starting off with the door handles. They're now flush with the door. In the 991, there are normal door handles you just pull it on. So you press the unlock button on the key fob once, and they pop up. Then you press the lock button on the key fob once, and the door handle goes back into its place. We have 5 big analog screens, the rev counter staring you dead in the face,
and 2 screens on each side that are fully configurable. And we have a 10.9-inch screen that is very familiar from the Panamera. So to operate the roof, you pull on this black button here until finished. The top can now open and close in 12 seconds at speeds of up to 31 miles an hour, which is much quicker than the 30 seconds it took the previous 911. Porsche will include an electrically operated wind deflector too, since you're not really going to be using those back seats much besides for storage. And it's the same operation to put the top back up. Pull on the black button and wait until the top is latched. We have Genetian Blue with the non-sport design pack, which actually I prefer because you get these shutters that open and close. For example, the front shutters close at 43 miles an hour to reduce drag. So for the interior, we have the slate gray dashboard to match the steering wheel and tops of the doors. Then the chalk seats with the red seat belts to match the brake calipers. So on to these wheels. We have 20s in the front and 21s in the rear. They are the RS Spider design wheels. It's a really cool finish. The center of the wheel is like a matte gray, then we have a silver lip around the wheel. It fits in really nicely with the dark blue. So when I got into the 992, I really didn't want to talk about what I liked and didn't like. All I wanted to do was just drive and really see what all this hype was over Porsches, and specifically the 911. Every time the topic of sports cars comes up, a 911 is always brought up, because I can almost promise you whatever you're talking about, the 911 can do very well. But aside from that, I really wanted to form an opinion on this car. After the drive, I can now say I understand why the 911 has been praised upon. This is your car you can get in every day and drive it for a very long period of time and be very comfortable doing so. Then go tear up a track and drive home afterwards. I remember my dad always saying, when we track cars, there's a reason there's so many Porsches here, because you can beat the crap out of them and drive home and not have to worry about something breaking. And I just shook my head and agreed, but after driving the 992, I can say I understand why people aren't scared to go use them to their full capabilities. But I am going on a tangent that has nothing to do with how the 992 drives. So back to that. The first thing I realized was how good this transmission is. I pulled it out onto the street and I was going 35 miles an hour and already in 4th gear. It's crazy how fast this transmission shifts. When you press the M in the center console to go into full manual mode, the paddles are instant. When you lay your fingers on the paddles and just think about shifting, you are already in the next gear. Onto the steering. It doesn't feel too heavy, but it's very precise and you get very good feedback from the car in all driving modes. One thing that really impressed me was the exhaust note. I wasn't expecting to get so many cool noises from a twin turbo 6-cylinder. Here, take a listen of the engine under some load. This car is equipped with the Sport Chrono Pack, which does reduce your 0 to 60 time. To launch the car, make sure the car is in Sport Plus mode. Mash the brake with your left foot, then rev the car up and release the brake, and you're off with very little wheel spin. Thanks to that engine mounted in the rear. In conclusion, I was very impressed with this car. Overall, from the interior qualities to the exterior body lines, it screams Porsche 100%, which is superb quality and no compromises. I want to thank Porsche Naples for supplying me with this 992. If you are interested in this exact car, I left their contact info below. Thanks for watching our very first video. Look forward to seeing you guys next time.